Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome back, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing this really, really beautiful warm toned orange, nudie, kind of like neutral, warm neutral eye look. Love it so much. It is perfect for fall, perfect for every day of the year, really. And it's so beautiful on blue eyes. This, of course, will look gorgeous on green or brown eyes as well. But I feel like warm tones, specifically orange, just brings something so special to a blue eye. I think it is so gorgeous. I'm going to fix my camera here just a little bit. There we go. So I'm not at quite so much of an angle. And I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about the two palettes that I'm going to be using. Now, if you don't have these two palettes, I am positive that you have very similar tones in your collection already. These are very common tones. I'm just going to be using warm browns and a couple of orange shadows. So you probably definitely have something very similar to this in your collection. Maybe not these specific palettes, but if you do have these specific palettes, it will make it just that much easier for you to follow along with me. The first one being the Morphe Fierce by Nature palette. This is so good. One of my favorite palettes. I absolutely love the Morphe formula. I know a lot of people are like about it, but I actually think it's really nice. It's perfect for like just real quick, easy, get it done kind of eye looks. It's so beautiful. This palette is stunning. A lot of really beautiful, bright, warm tones. You've got some deep tones in here. You've got some lighter tones in here. Some really beautiful reds and oranges in the center. This green really pops and makes everything just kind of pop off your eye. I love this pop of green in the center. So beautiful. And then we're also going to be using the BH Cosmetics Blushed Neutrals palette. This one I got on sale really cheap. I think I paid $3 for this palette. It came busted, but the tones in this palette are really beautiful as well. You've got some really, like it says, blushed, kind of warmer toned. This looks very cool. Very cool toned, but I like a lot of the deeper shades in here. Really pretty palette, very easy to use as well. And then you've got some blushes down here at the bottom that I think are so pretty as well. We're just going to jump right into the eye look. You guys know I am all about quick and easy eye looks that are super accessible, really wearable, and easy to do. I'm going to fix my camera. Again, please hang with me. I have a new system that I'm using, like a new tripod, and I'm still trying to figure it out. But I am bounded and determined to film today, so we'll figure it out together. I already have this eye look, this side of my eye done. This eye done. I am so into it. I think it is so pretty. I have a little bit of like a glittery lip on to go with it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep the lip or not, but for right now, I kind of am digging the vibes. We're going to go into the Morphe palette first, and I'm going to take this on just a fluffy blending brush. The bigger the better, because we're going to use this for our transition area. Of course, I already have my eyeshadow primer on. For primer today, I used the Hard Candy eyeshadow primer, Eyes the Limit. That's what she looks like. I just took a bit on my fingertip and just kind of rubbed it in and blended it out. This is the brush that we're going to be using, just a very big fluffy blending brush. And we're going to go into the Fierce by Nature palette, and we're going to go into this shade right here. It's a very light peach tone, and we're just going to kind of tap our brush into it. I know that these shades have names, but they come on an insert, and I threw the insert away, not thinking about the fact that I might need to know what the names of the shades are. So I'm just going to show you guys the palette as I use it. I'm going to take it on my big fluffy brush here, and I'm going to start up here underneath my eyebrow, and just using windshield wiper motions. Look how pigmented it is. Just using windshield wiper motions, I'm just going to take that from inner corner all the way to the outer corner. Just starting to kind of spread that pigment and get that on there. I'm going to take that all the way down to my natural crease. And I'm going to take it pretty high, not all the way up to my eyebrow, but fairly close. And this is a very peachy, orangey shade. On my camera, it's coming off a lot more orange. But in real life, there's like this peach undertone to it that I think is so pretty. This is going to be like the quickest, easiest eye look to throw together. And that's really my favorite kind of eye looks. They're very little effort with maximum payoff. It's kind of my favorite thing. And especially, you know, on a daily basis where everybody is so busy and we don't necessarily have 30 minutes to sit down and throw an eye look together. It's really nice to just be able to throw a couple of shades onto your eye and have a really beautiful, cohesive eye look. Now it's super, super pigmented. I'm going with like a very natural kind of organic shape. So I'm not worried about shaping my outside, my outer corner. I'm not really worried about shaping it too much. I don't really want any like straight lines. I am following the natural contour of my eye and really kind of building up that pigment. But because this eyeshadow is so pigmented, it really doesn't take a lot of effort. I'm really just kind of sweeping it onto my transition area, just like that. And then with the same brush, I'm going to tap into the shade right next to it. So this is the lightest shade in the palette. And I'm just going to tap into it a couple times and go right above and just kind of soften this line a little bit. I am tucking that right up underneath the arch of my brow, using very, very gentle pressure to just kind of fade this line a little bit, make it seem not quite so harsh. And I'm going to try to do this as quick as I would do it like if I were getting ready to go out, so I can give you guys a realistic timetable and a realistic expectation of how long this would actually take for you to do yourselves. It's really, really quick, super, super easy. You guys know that the whole point of my channel is to give you guys quick and easy solutions, quick and easy eye looks that you can just throw on, and looks that the everyday mama would be very happy and very comfortable wearing, but looks that are still fun. So I'm really, really happy with that right there. Our line is nice and softened. I'm going to go in with this smaller flat brush. This is my Dew Color 08. This is just a flat packing brush. And I'm going to go back in to this lighter color right here and kind of tuck that underneath my eyebrow. And I'm going to kind of bring it into like right underneath the edge of my eyebrow and all the way to the outer, just to kind of lighten things up and give us a little bit of a brow highlight going on. And then I'm going to go into our blushed neutrals palette. This one right here. These do not have shade names either, but I'm going to go into this shade right here. Is that the shade that I'm going to use? Yes, that's the shade that I'm going to use. And for that, I'm going to use still a fluffy blending brush, but this is going to be just a little bit smaller. So this is the Dew Color 02. So I would say this is a mid-sized fluffy blending brush. And I'm just going to very, very gently, because these are super pigmented as well, I'm going to very, very gently tap into this color right here, knock a little bit of the excess off, and I'm going to start building this up in my crease. So starting at my outer corner, where I want the pigment to be the darkest and the deepest, I'm just going to start using small circular motions mixed with windshield wiper back and forth motions, and start building this pigment up in my crease. I do want to make sure that I blend this out and blend it up into the darker into the lighter peach orange and really kind of blend the two together. I'm looking for a little bit of a gradient. This will take you just a little bit of time because the brown is very, very different from the orange pigment. So you're going to have to take just a little bit more time with blending the two colors together. And I'm kind of going at an upward angle and kind of tucking it into my eye socket and using circular motions and kind of blending the pigment up and out. And again, I'm taking that from outer corner all the way to inner corner. And I'm taking very, very small amounts of product at a time because it is always easier to add than it is to subtract. It's always easier to darken pigment than it is to lighten it once you've put it on your eyelid. So just little bits at a time. And now, I don't know if you can tell, but I've got some really nice depth going on in my socket now. And it's just brought a whole nother dimension to this eye look. And that's just with two shades. Again, tucking it in to my inner corner as well. And the reason I'm doing circular motions is while I use the circular motions, it's not going to create any straight lines. So that way we don't have to go back in and blend when we get done with this pigment because we've already blended as we've placed it. Just like that. I think that is so, so pretty. We've deepened everything up just a little bit. We'll go back into that first brush that we used and not add any more pigment to it, but we'll just go back over just the very, very top part and kind of reinforce that orange pigment. Of course, you don't have to make the orange as bright as I did. I really, really love orange though, so I really wanted to make it pop. But you could definitely go just a little bit lighter with it and it would still be absolutely gorgeous. So that's what we're looking like right now. I think it's so pretty. Moving on to our next brush. This is a flat packing brush. It is going to be just a little bit bigger than the detail packing brush that we used. This is, I would say, probably a larger packing brush. And we're going to go into a slightly deeper shade now. So for this, we're going to use this color right here. This has a little bit of shimmer to it. So we're just going to use a little bit of this and then we're going to go back in to the Morphe palette. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to start packing this right on my outer corner. Just really pressing that onto my eyelid and kind of bringing it halfway through my socket. Really tucking it into the actual eye socket and making sure that we go into it straight, not pointed up, not pointed down. We're going to go straight into the eye socket and then pack it on the outer corner. Just like that. Deepen things up ever so slightly. Going back into our Morphe palette now. We're going to go into this really beautiful deep chocolate shade. This is kind of, I would say it's more neutral. It's not exactly cool tone, but it's not warm either. It's a very, very neutral, dark brown shade. Taking the same brush, we're just going to kind of tap into it. And again, start packing it onto the outer V. See how much depth that brought? And we're going to bring this not as far as halfway, but really just through the outer third of our crease. And then along our lash line. Really just kind of building up the depth on our outer corner. Just like that. We're going to go back in to the mid-sized fluffy blending brush and we're just going to go over everything One more time, we haven't added any more product to this brush. We're just using whatever's left on it from the previous application. And we're just going to take this through our crease from inner to outer corner. And then we'll do our buffing motions again, just to really make sure we've got everything nice and blended. Just like that. I'm going to clean up the little bit of fallout that I have on my lower lash line, just like that. And then we'll start on the really pretty orange shimmers for our crease. So first, I'm going to go back into that detailed packing brush. I'm not even going to worry about wiping it off. And I'm going to go into this super, super bright red orange in the Fierce by Nature palette. And I'm just going to pack this over, slightly overlapping the darker brown shadow. And I'm going to pack this over the middle of my lid, taking it all the way up to my crease. And then I'm going to swirl it over where the brown meets the orange to kind of blend those two colors together and get a smoother transition. Just very gentle pressure and using very small circular motions, going over where the two colors meet, just like that. And now we're blended and it's beautiful. We're going to go into the shade right next to it. So this was a matte color and this one is a slightly more muted shimmer. So we're just going to take our finger and press that onto the remaining lid space, all the way to our inner corner and all the way up to our crease. Just like that. Really, really beautiful. There is a lighter peach, like orangey peach shimmer right here. We're going to stick our finger into this and we're going to pack this just on the inner corner. Just like that. And it's going to bring just a little bit of shine to the whole thing. And I think it is so, so pretty. Clean up my lower lash line just a little bit. And it is so, so very pretty. I actually have had this eye look on for probably, I want to say, about 4 hours. I've been trying to film this video for quite a while now, and I had to stop what I was doing and go read and tuck Sean in. So this is what it will look like after about 4 or 5 hours of wear. Still really beautiful, but slightly muted. Just a little bit more worn looking, but still very, very beautiful. This is very bright and vivid. And this is what it'll look like right upon first application. So now to address our bottom lash line, I'm going to go in with that same larger flat packing brush, and I'm not going to add anything to it. I'm just going to use residual product, whatever is left, and I'm just going to run this along my lower lash line, from outer to inner corner, sticking very, very close to my lash line. I want to keep this very clean. Just like that. Just give a little hint of something on the lower lash line. You could definitely make this darker if you wanted to, but I wanted to keep everything pretty soft. So that's why I did that. I think it's still very, very pretty. We are going to go in with a brown liner and line our waterline. So this is, of course, my favorite eyeliner like of all time right now. So this is the Milani Stay Put liner. This is in the shade Semi Sweet. This is a really beautiful chocolate brown color. We're going to line our upper and lower waterlines. It's going to bring just a little bit more kind of oomph to the whole look. Now we're going to go in with an angled brush. This is just a small angled brush, and we're going to go into that nice deep dark color that we used for our outer corner. And we're going to take this on our angled brush, and we're going to do a little bit of a smoky liner situation. On our top lash line. Do a very, very soft liner. And this is really for nothing other than to help our lashes look just a little bit fuller when we get to the mascara part. But for the most part, guys, that's done. Super quick, super easy, very, very beautiful, very, very wearable. So in love with it. I am going to put a little bit of mascara on. I'm going to use my Maybelline Sky High. Never forget to curl your lashes. Super, super important. I like to get as close to the root as I can get and pulse it 7 times. Let it rest. And then pulse it 7 more times. Get a really nice lift. And then go in with your mascara. I like to get 1 coat. From the bottom. And let that set for just a second to really fix the curl. And then I like to go in from the top. It really kind of doubles the pigment that you can get on your lashes and really makes them that much blacker. And it really gives you a really nice, beautiful fan effect. Really, really gorgeous. Now, for my lower lash line, my lower lashes, I have been absolutely loving. This is the Maybelline Lash Discovery. It is the best lower lash mascara ever. It is my absolute favorite. The wand is so teeny tiny. It makes it really easy to go in and be super precise. And then I also like to go in on the upper lashes. I find that this adds a little bit of length to the lashes as well. And really helps to separate everything. So, so beautiful. Love it so much. Very, very happy with it. I do want to talk to you real quick about what I've got going on my lips. Super, super simple. I just have, of course, my NYX matte lip liner. This is in the shade Downtown Beauty. Really, really gorgeous. Just kind of a neutral, almost warm toned brown. I just slightly lined my lips, really focusing on my Cupid's bow. And the bottom curve of my lip. And then I went over it with a super, super cheapy dollar lipstick. So this is Malibu Glitz. I get it off of Shop Miss A. This is the shade Sunset. It's the Malibu Glitz Glitter Lipstick. In the shade Sunset, it's just a really beautiful orange, super, super cheap, really, really cheaply made Orange Glitter Lipstick. I just love the tone of it. It's orange with gold glitter in it, and I think it's so cute. Not very long lasting at all, but I thought it really went with the kind of orangey gold vibes that we've got going on. Last touch on our eyes is I'm going to use this Revolution highlighting palette. This is the Revolution Pro Supreme Highlighter in gold. I'm going to use the absolute lightest shade in here, and I'm going to go back in with the detailing packing brush. I'm going to wipe it off real quick, get all that orange pigment off of it, and go in to the lightest shade in the highlighting palette. And I'm going to put a little bit under the highest point of my brow, just to kind of catch the light. And then I'm going to put some on my inner corner. Again, just to kind of catch the light. And this will fade as the day goes on, but I really think it is such a beautiful little touch. Really makes such a giant difference. Let's take my hair down. See if my hair makes any difference to how this look looks. I don't know, my hair might be in a pretty sorry state at the moment too. I'm going in a couple days to get it done. I am so excited. It needs to be done so badly, y'all. I have roots for days. All right. There we are, though. There is the finished look. I hope that you guys like it. I think it's super, super pretty. Really perfect for every day. Really perfect for this time of the year. Very, very wearable. And it's orange. Who doesn't love an orange eye look? I know I certainly do. And it certainly makes my eyes glow. Guys, I love you so, so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Please know that I am so thankful for your time, so thankful for your views and your clicks. It means the world to me. And as always, I will be posting the finished pics over on my Facebook page, Makeup for the Everyday Mama, MAHMA. So please head on over there and check me out. I would really appreciate your support over there too. And yeah, again, no filters, no edits, no fancy lighting. Just me sitting in front of my camera doing my makeup, hoping you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. I hope you'll have a fantastic Monday tomorrow. I hope you guys survive and know that the Monday blues do not last forever, and it gets better. Each day of the week progresses and gets better than the last until eventually it's Friday and we can all breathe again. I love you so, so much. Stay safe, take care of yourselves, and remember, you're important. Bye.